Okay, we will try that one and see if this one works. I hope it's back on. I hope my microphone's working. Sorry about this, guys, playing with the settings. See if so. We've got Stringy B on an out lap. Sorry, I've just been talking to somebody else who's watching this stream. Apparently, I've had some issues with the microphone. We had that issue last weekend, if you were watching, when I was supposed to be co-commentating with Mr. Carl Edens, who was actually racing tonight, Bit W. So good luck to him, the Monday Night Race Club driver, as long with single track. I'll start again from the top to say welcome to the final round of MRC-X, which is the first season of MRC-X, which is the Wednesday league from our main Monday night commentating. Let's open the lap. Let's open these up now. So let's go and check out the commentating menu. Let's have a look, see who we have on track. We've got some people starting up on the medium tyres. Silas Edric starts with a 1:04.427. Good lap from him. Good opening gambit. We'll watch man 5168 cross the line. Touching a 1:08. Bit W start on the mediums there. He's one of our Monday night racers, along with, as I said, single track. Slots in an opening time 1:15. Has changed his livery tonight, as we can see. He's gone for the Say No to Racism livery. As we can all, I'm sure we all saw the Sunday nights and read in Monday's papers and on the news feeds about the racism abuse that a lot of the football players have received. So lovely to see that somebody out there is standing up to that and spreading the message to end racism, not just across Formula One or football, but across all sports and other walks of life. So that's really lovely to see. Two commentators on the grid tonight. We have Jacob Jones here, starting his out lap. And of course then Carl Edens. This could be quite interesting if they seem to go head to head. We'll see how they get on together. A couple of fast laps being posted already. Already the drivers are into the 1-minute threes. Very quick laps there. I think this race is going to be very interesting. Real champion of MRC-X, MTO, Mike Ogle. Then we have I Am Zach, who is a very, very fast driver as well. We have a few really quick drivers. Of course, it's not all finished. It's still all to play for the rankings tables, which is going to, I will explain in a little while in regards to how that is going to operate for the next season of MRC. And also the points championships in this series. So a bit more bragging rights on the table. We'll follow Mr. Jones through the lap here. Sorry about that, gentlemen. Just having a few bits of technical issues. That's all tonight. Recently changed consoles and just trying to get everything up and running. So I do apologise. Just hoping things are okay and at your end. So let's see. Who do we have? There's a few drivers still not to set the lap time. Nick BT looks like he's cancelled his lap. Dumas Hornets is in the pits. Womax is out on track. He's on the medium tyres. Let's see if this is going to be his. Let's have a look at his lap data to see how he's getting on. 16.1 in the first sector. We have Single Tracks abandoned his lap, and M. Paskov as well coming out shortly. Max still going on his medium tyres. Let's see if he can get up there. Bit W is the quickest so far on his medium tyres. Oh, sorry, I do apologise. Oh, he's bailed on the lap. Obviously not quick enough for him. Didn't feel the grip out there. It does take a little while for these medium tyres to warm up. So it might be skipping on that one and going on to the soft tyres. Let's go back up to the top now, guys. We've got I Am Zach on a lap. He is now trying to set one on the mediums. See if he can go any quicker. Trying to do it, hopefully an alternate strategy for him. Just follow around the edge of the lap as he comes around the last two corners. Nice and neat. Not to exceed track limits through these last two. These are the main ones where people do seem to run wide. Track limits on this game are very difficult. 1:11.7, maybe warming those tyres up. Does take a few laps, as we say. We'll go back out two. We have MTO going to start his lap. See how he gets on. 1:03.8. 10th quicker than Kid Dynamite. So that's Provisional Pause. Kid Dynamite follows him across the line with a 1:03.68. This is going to be a very tight qualifying session. Very, very tight. We have a few drivers posting lap times further down now. We follow them round. We've got Zach again there. He might be warming those tyres, or a cool down lap, I should say. And then going again on those mediums. We have Alex. Looks like he's finishing this lap time a 10th quicker through the second sector. Let's see if he can keep this going. See if he can have a good exit out the last turn. She seems to lose a little bit there. 4/10 down his previous best. We have Reese up there. He's now going for another run on the medium tyres as well. And get how big he's bailed. He's in the pits. We have BGR in 7th. Jake Jones, our Monday night commentator, in 8th. Oh, sorry, 9th. As Dumas Hornet posts the lap time and moves up to 6th. Then we have Ryan. Red Car Rambo has just popped into the pits there. He is currently in 10th. Bit in 11th. Stringy B's on the lap, trying to improve. At the minute, he's half a second quicker. Let's follow him through the last part. This is the tricky middle section, trying to keep the speed up, but also trying not to run wide and invalidate your lap time through there. As you come into the final two corners. Probably a little touch wide through there. May have lost a little bit of speed. Seems to run to the curb nicely. As he finished 1:04.3 up to 4th. Great lap from him. Still a few drivers out there waiting to set a lap time. Track limits, again, as I did mention, are very strict on this game. Sometimes a little bit unfair, but they are getting there. We are getting better. This is going to be the last race and last event of the MRC on this game. And then we will be moving over to the new game as it gets released and people get it over the next couple of days and weeks. That'll be very exciting. Look forward to for that. There's still time for one more run for these guys to come back into the pit. We're just going to go down and follow a few people. Martin's gone 12th, single track on the medium tyre. This could definitely be the alternate strategy. But we've got Reese up there on the medium tyres. Definitely a one-stop strategy this race. Doesn't use a huge amount on tyres. But we will see how this goes. Where's this lap put Nick? 104.5 up to 7th. Great having finally get a lap on the board. He must have run wide a few times. He's a very good racer, isn't he? Very clear. So let's see who else we have coming out the pits. Now we have I Am Zach on an out lap. I do apologise, on a flying lap. Quicker through that first sector than he has been so far. So he gets out there a little bit squibbly on the curbs to the exit of that of the right-hander. Come at the end of the second sector, he's coming through the second last corner. Nice amount of curve, very clean. As he launched it through the last 103.6, just has the edge on Kid Dynamite. Well, Kid Dynamite still left to come out the pits. We'll go to Mike, who is also quicker on this lap. He's to pull a bit more if he wants this provisional pole position. Green Tide didn't run too wide to invalidate that lap. How did he get on? 6 points. Wow. Must admit, ladies and gentlemen, I am 0.007 difference between first and second place. I don't know what that is in track time, but I'm going to hesitate to guess it's only a centimetre or two. Absolutely incredible from these drivers. We knew we had a good race coming up with these guys coming through. I think the future is definitely bright for MRC. As I said, next season we are going to a 3-tier system, which I will explain in a moment as we just watch the last moments of qualifying. Kid Dynamite doesn't seem to be leaving the pits though. I don't know if he'll be leaving shortly. There is movement in the garage. Let's see if this is him. It isn't. Looks like Kid Dynamite's staying in. So who do we have? We have Stringy B on a lap at the moment, 4/10 quicker. A little bit of traffic. Let's hope that doesn't hinder him though. Up ahead, hopefully they're on a fast lap. Oh, they're boxing this lap, boxing. So hopefully stay out the way. He's boxed as well, bailed on his lap time. So that'll be Stringy B at least 5th. Oh heck. That's definitely one for pit assist. We've got Paskov on the out lap. Let's see how he gets on. So here's for his flying run. We have a number of drivers. Reese is on a quick lap. We have Alex who has come back out. Womax in 9th. Dumas Hornet in 11th. And a couple of drivers further down who are coming out to do another flying lap. So he is a few tenths off the guys in 1st, 2nd and 3rd, but seem to be having a good bit of track evolution throughout this session. A lot of the guys, every run is going quicker and quicker by a couple of tenths, so can Paskov keep tracks with them all? Seems to be a little bit of lag with that car and the connection. We'll see how he gets on. We'll ride on board with him through this middle section. Seems to be struggling with the front end a little bit, and he's backed out of this. Backed out. So who else do we have? We have a couple of guys on out laps at the moment. They might be hard pushed to get round, but this gentleman will not have a problem getting round. Oh, wide out the final turn. That could invalidate both laps. Let's go down and see who else is on some quick laps further down the field. I've had a comment to show a driver in particular, so let's get him on screen. Red Car Rambo. You're welcome, Daniel. Is he going on a quick lap, or is this a cool down? Will he open his DRS? He hasn't, and he's on charge. His red light is flashing, so that could be Ryan done for the session. We'll see. 0.040 down in the first sector. See if he can keep this up and get up that leaderboard. Oh, big spin, big spin. Oh, that's unfortunate. Really unlucky. Losing the back end as a full power. It's tricky that when you have that corner. You do have to wait for the front end and the back to come together on there with the gradient. Let's get up to Mr. Jones. See how he gets on. He's coming up to the corner, and wow, straight on from there. That is a big accident. Really big accident. That was the session over for him, and if the yellow flags come out there, which I would imagine they will, that will be a lot of drivers' laps ruined. We'll stick on board with Dumas Hornet. As he managed to go on a lap, he is a tenth quicker through the first sector. Let's see how he gets on through this. Heavy braking at about the 100 metre board into there, nice and neat. Didn't run too far wide. I love the helicopter cam. Really shows the track, really shows the drivers' lines and all they're using. That's fantastic. Great line through there from Dumas Hornet. Nice and neat. Keeping the speed up. See how he gets on the final two turns. Throws it in to turn 9. Not much curb on the exit. And runs wide in the final turn. That is so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Still managed to go less than a tenth quicker. Whether or not that actually managed to invalidate his lap or not. If he backed off enough, he may have got away with it. But that was a great lap. So, there we are. The final qualifying session for the MRC-X Championship. So, pole position by 0.2 of a second. I am Zach. By Mike in second, MTO. Kid Dynamite in third. Paskov in fourth. Womack's fifth. Good qualifying from him. Stringy B in sixth. Alex in seventh. Nick BT. Rhys Wickham. And Dumas Hornet round out the top 10. Further down the order, we have who will have the alternate strategies available to them for the race. Whereas BGR, Get Up Biggie, our commentators, and Linus Stern, 13 and 14. This could get dicey off the start. Bit of battle of bragging rights there between Jay Jones and Carl Edens with W. Then we have Red Car Rambo in 15th, Single Track Martin Hills in 16th, and Man in 17th, with Luke Shard bringing up the rear of the grid in 18th. Okay then, gentlemen, we're just waiting for the last of the players before as we go to the formation lap. Zach will lead them round. Interesting to see who do we have on different tyres now. So a few of obviously the top 10 have to start on the tyres they qualified on. We have a few further down the order starting on the mediums, with only Redcar, Rambo, Man and Luke Shaw starting on the softs. As we can see there, it is a one-stop strategy. Some of the drivers may be fitting between lap 12, lap 16, and a variety of either mediums if they can make them last, or they will go on to the hard tyres. As I started to mention before about the MRC Championship, it has been a fantastic season 3. We have had a lot of new drivers. Our Discord is now over 100 subscribers, and it's absolutely incredible to see how much we've grown lately. And next year we'll be introducing a 3-tiered system, so we get a lot more opportunity for drivers to race. A lot more reserve drivers. There'll be opportunities, I'm sure, to move up and down the tiers as well. So really looking forward to that. There will be a few weeks break as we'll be transitioning over to the new Formula 1 game, which is out, well, now actually. Looking forward to that. New damage model, new tracks. It's going to be very exciting for the future. So, as the standard glitch has taken place, where the cars ghost and it takes them round to the grid. MTO's a little bit close to Zach there, but we'll ignore that one. Kid Dynamite in third, Pascal fourth, Woomax, Stringy B, Alex, Nick BT, Reese and Dumbest Hornet round out the top 10. No penalties, which is really nice to see. No one has had any 5-second penalties or 5 grid place penalties. So we'll now watch the drivers line up on the grid for the final time this season. Waiting for the lights. Here they are. 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and for the last time it is go! Another little bit of a delay for the glitch from the game, and then we will be away. There we are, and we're away. Good start from Zach. Who have we got in second there? We have MTO, Paskov up the inside, can't quite make it. Kid Dynamite runs a little bit wide with Paskov. There's drivers all over the back of the track there, running a little bit wide. But I'm Zach, MTO in second, challenging for the lead, can't quite do it. Oh, breaking a little bit of contact between Paskov and Dynamite. Dynamite does run wide, there's a little bit of contact at the back. Kid Dynamite a little contact as he comes back on. That's really hurt him, the champion. The initial champion of MRC-X. We've got Alex all the way up to fourth. Good start from him. It gets overtaken right up the inside from Stringy B. Great move. That's a very big dive. It's hurt him big time there. Woomax has managed to take advantage through Alex. And Kid Dynamite now down the inside of Alex Edric there. It is going all through the top 10 there. Very busy opening lap. Very struggling to keep up, to be honest. Further down, who have we had that has made a move so far? We have Jay Jones and Bit up there now. They are 10th and 11th. They've moved up from their starting places. Dumbest Hornet has dropped down. He has started, I believe, 10th and now 12th. Single track on the medium tyres. He's moved up to 13th. So there are a few winners and losers on this lap, but it's all very close. I Am Zach has pulled out a 1.2 second lead already in that opening lap, as a few behind were squabbling. Now we're saying we're going for a two-stop strategy with the extra soft tyres. Who's that? Bit W has gone for the move up the inside of Jones. Wow, that was a great move into turn, well, we call it turn 2 in the league, but it is turn 3 officially. Very aggressive, very hard move by him, but I'm sure it was very fair. I'm sure Jake left him plenty of room. I have a feeling this battle's going to go on quite a long time. They are on the medium tyres. They can go a lot longer into the race than those ahead of them. BGR as well, the second down the road, he's on the medium tyres. We will see their progress and see how long they can make these tyres run. So who do we have all over each other? We have Jay Jones all over the back. Also moving forward, we have Reese all the way out at the back of Alex. He had all the Reese runs very wide. But these, don't forget, Alex had that bit of a tussle in the opening lap, cost him a few spots. And up front we have Kid Dynamite. Oh, did Alex spin? Has lost the place to Reese. May have got a little bit squirrely out of turn one. We cut right at the wrong time there, so I do apologise for that. And there we are, Kid Dynamite and Womax together on track. DRS is now enabled at lap 3. Stringy P could be caught in the middle of this, defending very well for all he's worth. Leaves Kid Dynamite out to dry, and Womax takes advantage. Very clean, looks very clean racing, plenty of room given. But Womax takes advantage of Kitty B's yellow flag in sector 2. Maybe somebody has gone really wide. It looks like... Oh, bit. Carl Edens had gone wide. It looks like he's continued, but he's lost a few places there. He's not going to be happy. I'm sure he's definitely going to be back on the charge. Give him a couple of corners to get his tyres cleaner again as he goes. And you can see the back end kicking a little bit there. 2-3 second time penalty for him going wide. Stringy B also has a 3-second penalty for going wide. Track limits on this game, and Red Car Rambo back there in 17th. Track limits on this game can be very unfair. We are really hoping that the next game is a lot fairer, is a lot better, as we see Nick, BT and Man going for it together. Nick making the move, possibly DRS assisted pass there. We're going to go up to the top here. We have Paskov challenging MTO, Mike for second place. A few drivers with the 3-second penalties there. No one takes the stop just yet. We'll leave it as is for now. Get rid of that. A lot of close battles out on track. There's a few gaps are forming. Few second, 2 seconds back, and then there are a few very close contention. If we'll stick on ball, we'll nip down to see Dumas Hornet challenging Jay Jones for the top 10 spot. Jay Jones has DRS off the back of BGR on the medium tyre, don't forget, as BGR goes very wide. He gets a 3-second time penalty. Jay Jones has also gone wide. This is letting Dumas Hornet come get the run on him up the hill. Also has the inside line on the soft tyre. Should be able to brake late. Keep it clean, boys. Goes a little bit wide. Jay Jones on the switch back. Going to take it down the hill now. Very clean racing from these two. It's going to get very dicey. Keep it clean. Little lock up from Jay. Still on the inside line. As Dumas Hornet's going to have the inside for the next. Oh, can't quite make it. Jay Jones round the outside late to the late breakers there. Great battling. Very clean racing. Fantastic. Don't forget, this is medium tyres against the soft tyres as well. So the difference is going to be there for all to see. They're still keeping well within the range of BGR. Jay Jones seems to have a bit more pace than BGR at this stage of the race. He's also in DRS. This is not going to help Dumas Hornet with the overtake, because he goes a little bit, even off track to try and get the move done there. Is he in rich fuel mode? We don't have that little lock up. Is he going to do the switch back again? I don't know if it's just me, gents, but I am getting a little bit of deja vu from this. Jay Jones stays ahead, clear the time. Another lock up from him. Don't believe on this game it hurts your tyres too much at low speeds. We'll again see how the next game fares. So we're going to move up to the battle for second and third place. This has been quite close for a couple of laps. I've been keeping my eye on it a little bit as Carl makes another place back up to 14th. On his recovery, he must have made a mistake somewhere, as we saw a few laps ago, and he's now really onto the back now, trying to get through that traffic. And he does have other drivers around him though, who are also on the medium tyres, so that could even the playing field out a little bit. Jay Jones and BGR. Jay Jones has got BGR. Moves up to 9th place. Paskov on the DRS on the inside takes over second from MTO. This again could keep on going for a little while. Same strategies here. We've got Kid Dynamite battling again with Womax. Don't forget, this was a battle that started quite a few laps ago, when they were both challenging against Stringy B. And they're both kind of left out to dry a little bit. Let's see where our champion can finish up. We do have another yellow flag. That looks like Dumas Hornet as he's gone round out of turn 5. By the looks of it, losing places down to 15th. He was battling, don't forget, near the top 10 with Jake Jones in 9th and BGR in 10th. So he's lost a few places there, and another one as Man 5-1 comes through. It will take him a few corners again to get his tyres back up. And BGR's had an incident. BGR's also gone around. He's going to the pits. He has wing damage. So those medium tyres, that strategy, unfortunately, with that wing damage, is not going to play off. We'll cut back to him in a moment, but Dumas Hornet on the recovery now. He's going to really be pushing hard on these tyres to see how far he can get. He's already passed Man there, and he's got the DRS. Let's see what BGR comes out the pits in 18th. He's gone on the soft tyres, so now he's going to be doing a 2-stop strategy with that. Too early, he thinks, for the hard tyres to go to the end. So he may try maybe another set of softs. We have a place being made there. Sector 2 and Sector 3. That's Reese gone round. Reese Wickham's gone round. And with a time penalty, a few drivers there. We do have ghosting on in this league, but that, I can tell you from experience, trying to go through a driver who is ghosted when you're coming around a corner at speed in racing is not fun. It honestly makes you panic. Let's have a look at some penalties. We have a few appearing now. A few drivers have 3 and 6 seconds. Reese has really overheated his tyres at the moment, struggling for grip. It'll take him a little while for those to cool down, and then he can go again and get back to pushing. But we have, few drivers there, 3 seconds. Stringy B has 9, alongside Reese there with 9. Redcar Rambo with 6, and BGR with 6-second penalties. That will hurt them later on in the race. Nick BT and Carl Eden's having a good little scrap here. Again, alternate tyres, alternate strategies. Soft tyres may be going away now. We did see that the strategy was around lap 12, so you'll have a few more laps on those tyres. And we'll see how long Carl can take those tyres, those medium tyres. We have Jay Jones with the penalty up there, single track. Martin Hills, he is up there now in 9th, taking advantage of the people who have spun. Started down around about 13th, 14th place, making his way back up there now. We have Ghetto Biggie only 8 tenths behind him. These two, and Jay Jones, as Stringy B is in the pits now. He is going on to the medium tyres. He's going to try and make those last to the end. Let's see how he gets on. So that does promote Jake Jones, single track, and Ghetto Biggie up a few places. A few gaps starting to form in the field at the moment, as we see. Nick and Carl Eaton's going at it yet again. I think we might stick with this one for a little while. I can see Biggie is close at 9th and 10th, but this battle between these two is really close. Both fair drivers, both hard racers, both fair drivers. So hopefully they'll give each other enough room in close quarters. Nick has now boxed. Alex has gone on to the hard tyres. That's him taking those to the end. He's definitely going for the one-stop strategy on those tyres. But this might give Carl Edens a little bit of breathing room, although Dumas Hornet on the soft tyres. Don't forget he's on a bit of a recovery drive. He is still going to be going at it for a couple of laps on those softs. We did have a yellow flag in Sector 2, but that's gone very quickly. So let's have a look who we got in close quarters at the top. We're going to go up to the top. I Am Zach has pulled out a 4-second lead on M. Paskov and MTO, who are really close still. Paskov did manage to overtake MTO, but now it's getting really close at the top. Womack's now pits from 5th. He may be going on to the hard tyres. There are penalties up and down the fields now. A lot of 3 seconds, 6 seconds. Especially these guys at the top, they are in very close combat. There is only a few seconds between them, so that extra 3 seconds on Kid Dynamite could play into Paskov and MTO's hands. We will see how the race unfolds from here. As Reese gets another 3 second time penalty. Womack says pitted onto the hard tyres, as we thought. It is difficult to follow in the dirty air around here, as it is a number of tracks. As soon as you get in that dirty air in that middle sector, as you can see, MTO going a little bit wide in that dirty air. You don't get the front downforce. It's where the realism does come in from this game. Hopefully, we'll see what happens with the next game, and hopefully that will be similar. Although, with the downforce levels that they did change for this current season, as the new game is based on, that it will be easier to follow cars with the less downforce that was introduced into the full rules of Formula 1 this year. MTO getting very close under braking. The traction is there for Paskov. He just manages to eke it out down the DRS zones. So we have now pitting. We have Dumas Hornet has pitted. He's gone onto the hard tyres as well now. So, again, going back down, this is where we get into the rounds of see what the medium tyre runners can do, see how far they can take these tyres, see how long they'll have left at the end. They have, as you can see, moved themselves up into the point scoring positions with Stringy B, who has pitted. He's just overtaken Martin Hills there for 6th spot. And then we have Ghetto Biggie just behind, as you can see him in the background there. These guys all yet to pit, of course, as are the front 4. Red Car Rambo has got himself up to 13th. He is yet to pit. He is still on the soft tyres. He's only 1.5 seconds behind man 5168. So let's see in the next lap or so if he can bring in that gap a little bit before the pit stop phase. I'll see who blinks first. Kids Dynamite has pitted and he's come out on the medium tyres. He thinks he can take the mediums. There we go, Red Car Rambo has pitted a little bit wide into the pit entrance there. Right, steady on that. Even B will keep an eye on his progress, see what he puts on, which new boots he puts in on that. Kid Dynamite comes out behind Stringy B. As we see, Ghetto Big in single track, getting very close quarters there. This is for position, don't forget. This is position not just on track, but same strategy. Both medium tyres, 13 laps old. And we still have Jacob Jones a few seconds up the road, about 7-8 seconds up the road. Also yet to pit. As we have some of the front runners there, Paskov and MTO have both pitted together. Looking at it, they were both coming out on the medium tyres. So that'll be a lap. That'll be a race to the end on those for those guys. Make them last 21 laps. We will stick with these two and see how they get on. We will have Ghetto Biggie in the DRS zone. Will Martin defend? A little bit too far back this time. Let's see how the exit is for both of them. Clean for Martin. There was no lock up at the entrance. Clean on the exit. If he gets a DRS, not close enough this time round. Little lock up for Martin. He keeps it tidy. It should be safe, you would think, for the middle sector to the end of the lap. Well, Ghetto Biggie isn't giving up that easily. He's still only 3/10 behind through this part. This could give him DRS down the start-finish straight, unless we see any of these guys bailing off these tyres yet. Ooh, a little bit squirrely for Martin coming out of there. That could hamper him coming into the last corner and out into the DRS zone. But Ghetto Biggie has failed back a little bit. He's now with 7/10 further back. As I mentioned earlier, very difficult to keep close through that middle sector with the dirty air. Still a number of drivers to pit. We still have man 5168 on the soft tyres as he comes into the pit. We have Luke Shard in 18th still to pit on the soft tyres. Carl Edens and Jay Jones, and then single track, these two, single track and Get a Biggie on the medium tyres, are still yet to pit. But going along in this race, the guys who have pitted will be on the mediums or the hard tyres. So the offset, yes, they have fresh tyres, but let's see what the offset is on those fresh tyres. It will be the same compound, if not a bit harder, and see if they manage to jump back ahead through the pit stop phase. Plus, these guys will have a lot fresher tyres towards the end of the race, which really can come into play. As Martin dives in, Martin's gone early, a little bit wide again. That's two we've seen do that now. Very keen or last minute, jumped in, so that releases Get a Biggie's clean air. We'll see if he's going to respond this lap, and we'll see how quick Martin Hills comes out on the hard tyres, which makes sense for the one-stop strategy. He's taking those mediums as long as they can go. We've still got up in third place Jay Jones. Has been passed by M. Paskov, who has already taken a stop. Kid Dynamite is up into fourth, has now got past Stringy B. That's still going on though. Stringy B trying to and also understeer a little bit wide and lose a front wing and spend another driver spinning. But that was very good clean racing from the both of them. Kid Dynamite manages to keep hold of that position. Stringy B right behind him, who has 4 laps over tyres, and then MTO, who seems to have lost out in that pit stop phase, is right behind. I'm still keeping an eye out for when Ghetto Biggie will come into the pits. He is currently in 7th, but he was fighting with single track for the points scoring positions. The single track has pit onto the hard tyres, so we will see what happens there as Alex gets past him. But we are going to focus on this battle for now. This is the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th. These guys have pitted, so this is a straight fight with Jay Jones 2.8 up the road. I do apologise, sorry, they are right behind Jay Jones, who is to pit. He maybe started to struggle on those old medium tyres, but these guys are on fresher tyres. It's a little bit of a train behind Jacob at the minute. We'll see how long he can keep them there, or if he does decide to box. Not yet, he's going to keep on going, stretch these as long as he can. That's Kid Dynamite right up the back gearbox of him now. We're going to ride on board as he's in the DRS, goes to the outside of turn 1. Give me a test to see if you can go on the outside. Goes very wide. Jay Jones is still there on the inside. Plenty of room. DRS for Kid Dynamite. Jay Jones is going to struggle to keep up with that down there. Dynamite makes the move. Jay Jones is coming back at him. Will have DRS this time around. With Stringy B as well in close quarters. This is great racing. Absolutely fantastic racing. There we go, Stringy B down the inside of Kid Dynamite. A little bit of contact possibly there. Was a Kid Dynamite with Jay Jones and MTO getting involved. Kid Dynamite possibly the loser, coming back at him. As he got the move done, it's very quick left-hander on the right. Couldn't make it stick. So, from 3rd place a few corners ago, Kid Dynamite loses those 2 spots to Stringy B and MTO, so kind of as we were at the top there. Great little bit of battling as Jake has decided to bail on those medium tyres. He's now being passed by those guys. No point in staying there on the slower tyres. Get some fresh boots on, get out there, get some serious pace. Going for the soft tyres, trying to make them last 16 laps. That'll be very interesting to see how he gets on with those. Get a Biggie still hasn't pitted. He's on 19 lap old medium tyres. It's going to be very interesting to see where he comes out. Again, he was in that battle with single track, who is now down in 13th after his pit stop. But this is going to be very interesting to see where he can see how his pace has been. Do we have a few spinners there? We got Reese and Bid. He also hasn't pitted, battling there. We're going to have a quick look at the penalties. They have been popping up all the time. Stringy B with 12 seconds worth of penalties now. Reese with 15. Same with BGR. Yes, I say some guys just outside of the top 10. Nick BT, Jay Jones, single track with a fewer amount of penalties could find themselves getting some points here tonight. And unfortunately, people like Reese, like this Womack and Carl Edens, really so close there. But yeah, those people with no penalties, i.e. Alex and sixth place and Ghetto Biggie, I know he has to pit, could find themselves really scoring some strong points. That is going to help them in the rankings, which are going to help for the tiers next year. Plus also the final standings for this, as we see, Kid Dynamite has now got past both Stringy B and MTO back into third place. We are sitting with this at the moment with Rumax and Bit for 9th and 10th, as Bit and Nick, again, so close quarters. There is some fantastic racing going on here. I haven't really seen people with damaged front wings, so it's very clean racing, which is what we like to see. It's what we promote here in MRC, and obviously the MRC-X. So this is great to watch, great to see. As Bit has now finally bailed on those 20 lap old medium tyres. Get a Biggie has also pitted off his medium tyres. What's he going to strap on? He's going on the soft tyres. Single track has gone past. He's through into turn 1 now. So that battle may resume shortly to get a Biggie on the soft tyres. If we look at some of the gaps further up. So Jay Jones did pit eventually. He's gone on the soft tyres. He's gone on the back now of Nick BT, who's again half a second behind Womax. I kind of fear for the guys who pitted earlier onto the soft tyres. They committed themselves to this two-stopper, such as Reese, because he's on 10 lap old softs and there's still 13 laps to go. Dumas Hornet, I think that may be a little bit of an error. He's gone on wet tyres, unless there is rain in the air. We can't see, it is very dark. So this could be very interesting. Is it raining? It doesn't look heavy enough on the screen I can see. If someone wants to send a comment in, please be my guest and comment, and if they can see if it is raining, that is going to play dividends. Would it be straight onto... Whoa! Big spin from Nick BT going into turn 1. That could be... Jay Jones is retired. He has retired. He was on a really strong performance and he has now retired. That is so unfortunate. We've got Nick... We get a Biggie has gone round. We have people spinning. So Reese is coming to the pits. What tyres? He's gone back on to... Where is Reese? What's he gone on to? Medium tyres. I don't believe... I'm going to follow Dumas Hornet, see if he is actually on these wet tyres. He is. The blue marked. I don't think it's raining. I think it's cloudy, but not raining. That could be a little bit of an error. That is going to cost him majorly. He was having a good race. He was having a very good race up until that point. But these drivers are not looking at diving in, going for intermediate. So it may not be raining. It could just be very cloudy here. Such a shame for Jake Jones. He was running a really strong race. He's had some fantastic results as well since he started racing. We've got Stringy B and MTO still fighting here behind Kid Dynamite. These two fighting is letting Kid Dynamite get away 3.8 up the road. There he is. But yes, unfortunate for Mr. Jones, but we will see him next season in one of the tiers. They haven't been decided as yet, and hopefully commentating for us in the Monday night and the Monday Race Club leagues, so which we really look forward to. So we'll stick on board with a couple of these guys. The gaps are starting to open up a little bit. Stringy B, 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. That is not ideal. What's he gone? He's gone onto the medium tyres to the end. 11 laps on the medium tyres. MTO has gone onto the softs. This battle is definitely going to resume very, very shortly. We will keep an eye on that when everything settles down. Single track is now up to 8th, but we have Ghetto Biggie on the soft tyres behind him. Also Nick BT on 13 lap old mediums. Can we take those to the end? Possibly. Possibly they may last. While there are a few gaps here, as people are starting to catch up, I'm going to add in the link for our Monday Race Club when my computer decides to play ball. I will try and do that shortly. Computer was not playing ball. So let's have a look, see what we have. Womack's now only 6/10 of a second. With a few places skipping there. We had Womack's very close. He must have made a big mistake coming out of one of the turns there on his hard tyres, which has allowed a few of the drivers to pass through. As now Single Track has another 3-second time penalty. Ooh, early braking there. We've got Nick BT on the medium tyres. A lot more grip through there. You see almost going into the back of Single Track. With a time penalty for running wide. That does happen through that corner, but always within one lap we have Nick and Ghetto Biggie. Real close quarters to Single Track, who is on the harder tyres. The question is, how long can those medium tyres go for Nick? They are 15 laps old at the moment. Will they last the rest of the race, or will they start to drop off? Will Ghetto Biggie have the pace, and then will Martin's gamble to stick on the hard tyres pay off? As we have Nick's challenging on the outside. He was flashing, his airs light was flashing early halfway up that straight. He has used most of it, but he will have the DRS. I presume he's going to be in rich fuel mode for this, which will be banned for the next game and next season. He's going up the inside of Single Track. They are very, very close. Just a little bit wide. Collision. Oh, Martin Hills loses his front wing after contact with Nick and Ghetto Biggie. This is going to drop him right down the aisle. He's going to have to pit. He will not be able to have any downforce with that. In a strong point scoring position. He's going straight on. He has no downforce at all. He cannot get that car turned. And we'll go with Ghetto Biggie. Did anybody here sustain any damage from this? Single Track gets a time penalty for exceeding track limits. I think that's a little bit harsh from the game there. As you can see, he had no front wing, no front downforce, was never going to be able to turn the car on his way into the pits there. It was a very unfortunate accident, and he's retired. Unfortunately there. Such a shame for Martin. It was running a very, very strong race and just got a little bit wide, and that was all she wrote, unfortunately. Again, gap stabilising. We'll go back to the penalties because we have Stringy B with 23 seconds of penalties. Reese Wickham with 18, BGR with 18, Redcar Rambo there with 12 seconds. Thomas Hornet back there in 6th. He made the mistake of going onto the wet tyres and then had a spin on his own. This is the closest battle on the field, so we're going to stick with this one for a little while before we run down the order for the last couple of laps. We've got Ghetto Biggie on these tyres, but depends how long these mediums will run. There is still 6 to 7 seconds left. Ghetto Biggie will have that place. He's got the DRS as well. Gets it done very, very early there. And I'd imagine now Nick partly gave up on that from running wide. May have got a little bit skippy over the curbs. And with the time penalty, no need in holding each other up. Ghetto Biggie is on the softer tyres. He's on the quicker tyres. Let the guy go and worry about your own race. So let's take you through the order. We have Zach, who's been in the lead all race, running it on his own. Few penalties though from him. He has 3 seconds. However, we do have Paskov 4 seconds adrift in second with 9 seconds. And Kid Dynamite has managed to get himself back up now to third place. 9 seconds also. However, they are currently 18 seconds clear of Alex in 4th place, who is pretty much running on his own at the moment. Stringy B there is in 5th. He's been having a race-long tussle with MTO. They've just gone through a back marker. Still only 9/10 of a second between them, but Stringy B's 23 seconds worth of penalties. You know, that's unfortunately going to drop him quite a bit down the order. Looking at it now, potentially outside of the top 10. That is really unfortunate for Stringy B there. MTO, as we mentioned there, close quarters in 6th, 14 seconds further back. Ghetto Biggie, after the unfortunate tussle. I know it wasn't him, he was a bit of a bystander in the incident with Single Track. Then we have Nick BT, 18 seconds worth of penalties there in 8th. Reese is right on the back of him. It's 4/10 back in 9th with 21 seconds. So actually this could, between the two of them, be quite a close battle. Only 3 seconds worth of penalties, so this could be a bit of a battle to see who gets the top spot out of these two. In 10th round now that we have Carl Edens 8 seconds back, but only 6 seconds worth of penalties, so that could bring him into the points. Will Max only 3 seconds, he's 1.9 behind as Reese Wickham has taken over that 8th position from Nick. Down in 12th we have Man 5168, 37 seconds drift of Womax as Stringy B and MTO still going at it. We're going to come back and watch these two in a moment. Different tyres, both pitted at exactly the same time. They followed each other in. MTO followed Stringy B in there and decided to go on the soft tyres. These will go to the end. Stringy B can push his harder though, but we have got some back markers there. They do ghost, but it is very, very off-putting. As you can see, MTO is close right on the back of Stringy B and probably gets a cleaner exit. I know there's DRS on Stringy. He got off the lap drivers there, but that's still not ideal coming through there. No matter how much they are ghosted, we still would love for the lap drivers to see the blue flags, to get out of the way at the best possibility, earliest opportunities, as Stringy Bees goes very, very wide in turn 3. This is going to give Mike the chance. He's going to have the DRS. Oops, sorry, wrong way. He's got the DRS down the straight with the soft tyres. The better run can even take the apex of the corner. That was done nice and early. So we will see now what he's got on the soft tyres, if he can pull away as well. Good move for him up into 5th. Like I say, yeah, we would like the back markers to see the blue flags. They know they're ghosted. There is a notification that comes up on your screen to say there are back markers. I've done it as I say, one of the leading drivers on the front on the first lap, coming up against back markers. That it does give a notification to say there are people there. We would like them to get out of the way as soon as possible. It will affect everybody, no matter if you're in a race with somebody for position, as for example, I'm not saying these guys are being lapped, but we have BGR and Man only a second apart. They are out of the points. They will be fighting and pushing because of penalties for those further up to get into the points, which is brilliant. However, if they were coming up to get lapped, please, gents, resume your battle afterwards. It happens in real life. It should happen here as well. It's just racing etiquette, but that is something that will be looked at and reviewed in due course for next season. Only a few laps to go now of the final round of MRC-X. I Am Zach still leading from 3.8 seconds ahead of M. Paskov. With Kid Dynamite 5 seconds further back, M. Paskov only 3.9 or 4 seconds behind, still keeping Zach honest as he has done all race. That gap hasn't really opened up beyond that. Kid Dynamite has a very difficult race for him. A lot of battles with Stringy, with MTO, and Paskov. It's had a very busy race. I think he'll be very, very happy with third should he keep this. Alex 22 seconds back, but we have MTO catching up now on his soft tyres, while Alex has been going a long, long time, 22 laps on those hards, making that one-stop strategy work. As a few drivers have. Few up there. We've got the leading 4 on that one-stop. Get a biggie on the one-stop. He's done well because he qualified a little bit further down. Let's see where he's... on that one. Position change there. We are getting a biggie started. 13th place. Got himself up there into 7th. We have Bit. Carl Edens is now up into 9th place. This is great for his one stop. He has had a really strong race there. Let's have a look at the penalties and see what he's got. Looks like he could get 8th if the penalties, so if he keeps going the way he's going, he should hopefully get another place there off Reese. Reese is going to have to put his foot down a little bit to eke out that gap. However, we are watching this one with MTO and Alex. There are penalties involved for MTO. However, he'll still be trying to get that position on track. Alex, no penalties so far. Very clean racing from him. As Nick BT goes on the intermediate tyres, it must be raining now. Just enough. It must be getting very slippery. Just to see if he's got a gamble. I suppose he's got to take the gamble. Got 2 laps left to go. It could get very, very slippery within that. These drivers are going to want to stay off the curbs as much as possible. The worn tyres, the guys on the more worn tyres are going to feel it more, such as MTO is only on 9-lap-old soft tyres. He has still plenty of life in those. But the guys on the soft tyres who may have done 12 laps, 14 laps of VGR and 12 may be suffering a little bit. Same with Alex on the 23-lap-old hard tyres. But we are starting the final lap. We are going to follow Zach through. There isn't really a close battle on track, so we will watch this guy come through. The light is flashing at the back now. I'm not sure if that is for us or the fact that the rain light has come on. But only a few corners left for him to go. I do believe that is the rain light, but he has been very dominant this race. There we have checkered flag. Final race for the MRC-X. I Am Zach wins. Paskov will come through in 2nd place. A little bit of celebration over the end. Kid Dynamite in 3rd. Our champion. Coming through, we have MTO. There are penalties, don't forget. We have a few of the lap drivers who have also finished now. Womax in 10th has cemented that 10th place at the moment until the penalties do get applied. Here we are, MTO in 4th place. Great drive, big battling through him throughout. Alex there in 5th will inherit that 4th place from MTO. Stringy B finishes in 6th place. Coming down, we have Reese. He's coming through. Actually, Stringy B had a 5-second penalty at the end. He did. He didn't serve his 5-second penalty at the pit stop, so it was applied to the end. There we are. Reese finishing in 7th. Geto Biggie has jumped up to 6th due to penalties. Great result from him. Carl Edens coming through in 9th. Where's he going to finish due to penalties? Put away right at the end there. 8th. Great result from him. So that rounds out the top 10. Driver of the day, Carl Edens. Good result from him. Good points. But there we are, ladies and gentlemen. The MRC-X season has drawn to a close. It has been an absolute pleasure. It's been brilliant to organise, to work with these guys, Congratulations to Martin Hills. I know he didn't have a very good result today, but on setting up this championship, it's been a pleasure for myself to run it and commentate in it as well. So thank you very much again, everybody. We will have a new season in the next couple of weeks. So thank you very much. Take care.